Hanoi underwater, streets turn into rivers after torrential rain, the 7th of October, 2025.
This is crazy, guys.
The morning scene in Vietnam's capital, Hanoi, turned into something completely unexpected. Since the early hours, relentless heavy rain poured over the city, transforming major roads into vast pools of water. Within just a few hours, the capital looked like a city built on rivers. Water rose to knee and even waist level in many areas. In some places, it was deep enough to cover half of a car. In Ha Dong district, especially around the Gia La intersection and Old Road 70, floodwater reached about 50 centimeters. Meanwhile, on Lê Duc Tho Street, vehicles could no longer move. Cars and motorbikes stalled in the middle of the road. This flood was triggered by the remnants of Typhoon Matmo, which weakened into a tropical depression over Guangxi, China. The system combined with upper-level wind convergence, causing an extreme downpour across northern Vietnam, especially Hanoi.
Cổng cho mình thôi, đang phá cổng cho mình đây để làm được này, thấy chưa?
According to the Vietnam Meteorological and Hydrological Agency, rainfall reached 240 millimeters in Tu Liem and over 150 millimeters in other areas such as Phu Luong, Duong Noi, and Lang. As a result, the city's drainage system simply could not handle the immense volume of water. By 10 a.m., officials reported over 120 flooded sites across Hanoi, with 29 areas completely paralyzed. Districts like Xuan Thao, Xuan Dinh, and Thai Ha were among the hardest hit. Cars stalled, motorcycles got stuck, and traffic on major routes came to a complete standstill.
Gần 15 phút và khu vực ngã tư Trần Duy Hưng, Khuất Duy Tiến, Đại lộ Thăng Long đang ngập.
Ôi sao ngập rồi. Ôi sao ngập rồi.
In front of K-Tan Triu Hospital, patients and their families had to wade through flood water just to reach the entrance. Some residents were forced to move their belongings upstairs as water seeped into their homes. In Tu Liem, basement parking areas were inundated, forcing residents to pump water out manually to save their possessions. Panic spread through the streets, yet amid the chaos, the resilience of Hanoi's citizens shone through. Neighbors worked together, stacking sandbags, blocking doors with wooden boards, and redirecting the flow of water to keep their homes safe.
Gặp hết rồi.
The city's drainage company quickly deployed emergency crews to critical areas, set up water pumps, and closed off certain roads for safety. Still, the sheer volume of water overwhelmed the system, making drainage slow and difficult. Authorities urged schools and offices to operate remotely, while public services continued under limited capacity. The Old Quarter and parts of central Hanoi remained relatively dry, but daily life was severely disrupted as access and transportation became nearly impossible.
Không đi được, mấy mà đi lên ga thì phải ôi trời ơi chú.
Experts believe the flood highlights a deeper problem, that Hanoi's drainage infrastructure is no longer equipped to handle modern climate pressure. Many canals and sewer lines have narrowed, clogged, or gone decades without renovation. Today's flood serves as a harsh reminder. Large cities like Hanoi must urgently strengthen their water management systems and early warning mechanisms. Extreme weather and record rainfall are no longer rare events. They're becoming the new normal under climate change. Meanwhile, residents continue their fight against the rising water. They hope the rain will stop and that the flood will recede soon. But for many in Hanoi, this disaster is a painful reminder that just one night of heavy rain is enough to paralyze an entire city. Hanoi drowned under the weight of the storm. Yet amid the floods and chaos, its people endure waiting for the sun to rise and life to return to normal.
Lại chơi lên. Nghe khổ quá rồi.